Hello and welcome to the conclusion of the cliffhanger episode of Against All Odds, the automation Let's Play, where we play as a boutique manufacturer of roadsters and light sports cars in Archana. So if you haven't watched the previous episode, the sort of cliffhanger where I had to stop this Let's Play due to a bug, then please do so, because I will simply continue on with the workaround at this point. Because at the time of recording, I think the first beta of the Arima update isn't too far away, and I doubt they will have any other fix for the Ellisbury update. So I gather to fix this campaign bug was no easy thing. And yeah, so that's why I'm going to employ Workaround so they can get the campaign finished. And I might do a remaster of this at some point in the future with Arima, because the new factories that they've announced, they look actually quite interesting, so that there isn't this big jump from tiny to small one that we have, and we might even start out in the shade. So lots of options for the future for a remaster, but before we do that, yeah, let's just finish this campaign. So the bug was, in a nutshell, that with this huge price difference in our trims and the newly introduced trim, so the People's Roadster, the 1.6, the Series 3, that this would already affect ongoing sales even if I wouldn't even sign off this project. So to avoid that, what I'll do is I'll set the price to also to 24.5, so we have a much worse model for the same price, and this simply means we will probably get hardly any pre-orders, and the current ongoing sales aren't affected because the prices are the same. And then upon the release, then I will adjust the price back down to 14.5, so that will hopefully avoid the bug. So let's see what the forecast says. Are we getting thoroughly confused? Yeah, so it would be just one shift in the new small factory. So it takes actually things into account, and then here we're building up stock that this new People's Roadster wouldn't sell. Yeah, 4%. So even some people would buy that. Probably those that depend on the fuel difference between the 2 liter and the 1.6 liter. But anyway, yeah, so this works. So now let's sign the thing off finally, and yeah, we're now making the leap from a tiny to a small factory. So need to take some loan, because we only have 6.6 million in the bank, and the whole effort, so the facelift and the new factory, is 18.4. So let's take 600,000 as a safety net, so we need 12.4 as loan coverage. So let's go with 12.7, maybe a bit of a safety net there as well. So 250, yeah, 250 interest cost per month, so 5 years. That's yeah, towards the end of the 70s, and then 1980s we get one more round of safety requirements, and also then our car is going to be a bit long in the tooth, but it's going to be a single model playthrough. So the founder will be more looking for a well-deserved retirement instead of trying to engineer a new car, and his kids are working off as engineers in another company. So then let's sign this off. And with the change now to the sales price for the People's Roadster, we shouldn't see any change of the Series 2 sales, so 22 and 26. So let's see whether this actually works. Yeah, 22, 27, perfect. So that's fine. We're now making a bit of a loss, but that's to be expected from the engineering of the new project. And here will be the end for the production. So we're running at full capacity in our tiny factory. So we can't produce any extra stock, so we have to live with what's here, and then weather out the time when we don't produce anything. So far things are reasonably stable. There's a big drop now, So roadster sales go down. Is this a one-off? Let's just advance 1 month. Nope, so that's stable now, so we're now at 1.4 shifts. So what I probably should do is reduce the prices a little bit for the roadster, so maybe just 20.5, whether this makes a difference. And what I can also think of now that we have the spare capacity to build up some stock, but which will probably happen anyway, because I think the whole game gravitates towards, no, this doesn't really make a difference. So now we can start building up stock of the coupe, which still sells. So this one is always a bit tricky. So we need it till the end of the production phase, which is this, and we need, how much is this? 4 months. So this is 5. This is 4. And we can probably get by with 3. Because with the new car will take away sets. I don't seem to be able to move that here. This way around. Yeah, this is now 3, and then can I grab this and... no, but I don't have to. So 3 months I think stock is fine. So that we can, or that we still do sell something. For the roadster I don't think this is useful, because we're only selling 5. Yeah, month of estimated sales stock is 9.4. So that thing will last us long enough anyway. So we'll make a bigger loss now, but that's simply us producing cars for the parking lot, and then so we cannot double check the coupe. Yeah, so it has reached. So now we can reduce production again. So now down to 1 shift actually. So we have, and this drops to nowhere. So we probably have a big leftover, one year of those. So we can probably stop production of the roadster. Where was the button to do that? Shouldn't that button appear here somewhere? It's been a while since I've played campaign, I must admit. Here, okay, it's a pop-up. So pause production of trim. Yeah. Should we just produce the coupe? So this is simply now sold off. And we have, here also, can probably also stop the production here already. We have 4 months as well, because now we get the pre-orders for the new trims. So now we're simply selling off what we have. And now the factory costs, so that's why these big losses. So if we calculate everything correctly, this should just work out. And now the first month where we sell the new product, and what we have to do is, of course, adjust the price for the 1.6 Roadster down to 14.5, and then see whether we can survive this actually. What's the shifts doing? They are ramping up production. Yeah, so that works. So pre-orders are being fulfilled and people are being hired. Okay, emergency loan. Well, we're not doing that badly. So, and as production ramps up, this should probably get us through. What I also need to do is, we have this one model here in stock that steals sales, so then we have to delete that. And this is already gone. So there's one other quirk that I hope will be gone with the next update. And in the plus, yeah, so that did the trick. And we're now also, yeah, ramping up production. So we are still struggling with fulfilling the pre-orders. So let's see where we sell to, now that we know that we made it through. So sales break... No, not yet sales breakdown. First, simply sales numbers. Yeah, so we sell a few to Archana, not that many. The Lure, 16 and 14 light sport budget. Not that many convertibles. And Farina, yeah, no convertibles due to safety stuff. And then here light sport and light sport budget. So what are the pre-orders for our People's Roadster? Not that many. And here now the pre-orders are slowly being fulfilled. And yeah, production is still ramping up. I think one thing that I could have done earlier, I think we're not doing any marketing in Archana, no. So we should do that. So maybe copy. So convertible cornering weight. So convertible cornering. Does weight matter? No, just cornering. So that the people actually get to know that this People's Roadster exists. But something we don't really care that much anyway, since it's not has not the biggest profit margin. And if we sell not that many, then that's alright. So pre-orders are still, yeah, okay, pre-orders are gone here. And now they're fulfilling the pre-orders, whoa, for the Roadster, for the 2-liter Roadster. There are quite a few. And we're digging ourselves slowly out of the hole. And now we already have all the people hired, so that took us 2 years or so. 1 year. So no pre-orders for the 2-liter, and yeah, we still have 71 pre-orders for the People's Roadster. So let's check again the sales breakdown for Archana, whether this slightly improves things. Not that much. No, not really. So I guess most Roadsters go into the Lure, convertible sport. Let's see. This shows only the actual sales, not the pre-orders. So in the Lure. No, in the Lure they only buy the 2-liter. In Archana they only buy the 1.6-liter, which makes sense, of course, due to the different fuel types. Quality issue. We have 2.8 million in the bank because this blurs with this dialog window. That's not ideal, but that's not a big issue. So I guess we can go for a quiet recall. So yeah, lucky, but these production quality, build quality, and recall chances are quite nice with all the trained staff that we now have in the same factory. And the hired staff probably isn't doing that badly either. Roadster has a drop again? Or was this just to fulfill pre-orders? So now we're getting the pre-orders fulfilled for the People's Roadster. So the waiting times are real. As for Archana and with other Eastern Bloc, where waiting times were a frequent hallmark of the car market. So now all pre-orders are gone. So approaching 1977 already. So our small factory still utilized quite well. We are paying a few taxes, already, and yeah, so we are selling 18 big roadsters, 44 coupes, and 33 1.6 roadsters. So where do these all go? So let's have another check in the market. So is this light sports in the lure? Ah, so Archana picks up a little bit here in terms of sales breakdown. So convertible sport budget. Yeah, so they get 5. Now the Lua also gets 5, so they're liking the cheaper option. Farina has 0, right? Yeah, that's safety regulations. So do they go into light sport? Are they going to light sport as well? So for simply affordability is 75%, and here for the others affordability is 25%. So that makes a difference even for the Lua. And in Archana, then yeah, the only thing they can afford, and you see the marked difference in affordability. So what is 75% affordability in the Lua for the same market is 16.8 in Archana, and they're probably happy that they can get anything. What else does sell? Sport, budget, and sport. Okay, so we're selling the People's Roadster also into the Lua, and that's half and half, roughly, from what I gather from the sales breakdown without having calculated things properly. So we're making a nice profit, and our loan is going to be paid off next year, I think. So despite the age of the model, at least to these markets here, stuff still changes, still sells, but that might change with the new safety regulations, which I admit I've forgotten to check when going back to the save from half a year ago. So yeah, we simply have to see and wait. But as I think hinted at before, the founder, Mr. Mayster, is now more looking towards retirement than looking to engineer a second new model entirely. And since, especially in Archana, where he's from, they are using existing models for a long time, so he isn't really used to seeing introduced new cars every 10 years or so. So 1978, let's do another market check once the loan is paid off. And that should be pretty soon, and also the emergency loan, which we might have ditched already. Let me just check where things are with the finances. So the bankruptcy loan is almost gone, and the other one still is still going on. So let's do another market check, especially with Frenia, because that's probably the most competitive market. But yep, still not too bad. 18 plus 6 overall. The Lua, this looks like the similar number, just across all 3 models and not just the coupe. No, that's Archana, sorry. 8 for light sport and 5 for convertible sport budget isn't that bad. And the Lua is, yeah, the biggest market. They've stopped being interested in convertibles, so just light sport and light sport premium. So let's check. No, they still sell the Roadster into the light sport and light sport premium. Just that the convertible market isn't that hot anymore. So sales in stock, 4 months, so it's not too bad, but I think this will change then in the 80s. As long as the numbers are in the green, I think we can simply sell off what we have and milk this facelift, the Series 3, as long as possible. So now we're making a bit of a loss, which is due to, I suspect, overproduction. Yeah, but that's also we're still paying off the loan. And car factory overstaff. That's shifts. So, and we should have stopped the research earlier. We're not going to need that anymore for the interior. Yeah, simply me not having played this save for half a year. So factory staff paused and factory overstaff. So we can probably say max shifts 1.5. This is not going to go up anymore. So that should, yeah, help quite a bit. So to reduce the overstaff. So we're back in the green. And stuff starts piling up. Especially for the 2-liter Roadster. 4 months of estimated sales in stock. So probably when there is 1980, the first month of sales, yeah, so we're here at 1 shift. Down to 1 shift, and so then we can set this as max shift. I'm not ready to say yet 0.5 shifts. So yeah, the model is simply very old. So I think we should be able to see that in the car projects when we look at the demographics. Does it work for view current? Body age 15% for the Roadster. Body age 10% for the light sport across all 3 countries. That will probably be different for each country. Can I select countries here? I don't think so, because I think everything is grayed out in the view option. I might be mistaken. Let's see. No, I can't toggle the markets. Excellent. So, and I picked the 2-liter coupe. So we have 6.8% body age penalty in Delua, and also in Frenia. So these are identical. Yeah, so that's going to bite now. But yeah, as I said, the owner looks more like cashing in on everything. How long are these loans still going? Still 2 million to be paid. Okay. These start after the model is released, not after the project is signed off, right? Yeah, so that's where this comes from. But I think it was still sensible. So we're still sort of in the green. Do I have to stop production of something? No, these are still fine. Low numbers, but sales in stock doesn't vastly increase, and sales are picking up again and falling down again, so that was just a 1-month blip. So we're doing just fine with 1 shift in our small factory. And the People's Roadster, yeah, wasn't that successful. Can compare historic sales at the very end. Yeah, so still around break-even point, and still paying off loans. 234,000. So that's why this is actually very nice, that we're still breaking even in terms of cash flow, while still paying off the loan, so company value still increases. Okay, 1980, so that's probably a big shift in sales. Let's just check. So yeah, this goes up, and so the Roadster is something we probably can stop soon, so that we say something like 12 months of sales in stock. And here probably as well. So let's do another check what is still selling. So no. So the Lua, Light Sport, that market is still fine. Nothing selling in Frenia anymore. I suspect that's safety regulations. So then we can stop the marketing in Frenia as well. And Archana is also not that hot anymore in terms of sales. So marketing in Frenia goes to 0. This is very unresponsive, the UI here. I don't know why. So probably in general can cut back on marketing. Are any convertibles still sold in Delua? No. Well, hardly any, so we don't need to mark it into convertible. And same I remember from Archana. So just light sport cornering and agility. Probably doesn't matter that much at this point. 2 and 3, something like that, so that we have more marketing going into so this relation I think looks fine. So marketing is adjusted. So goodbye Fruinia. And once our estimated sales, and what we can also probably do is drop prices a bit. For I think the People's Roadster is fine, and here let's make a fire sale. So going to 19.5 for the coupe and 21.5 for the Roadster. Not sure whether this changes anything. So 5 and 19 are the numbers. $11.25, yeah, that did some trick. So that was a useful thing to do. We can't lower the prices for the Roadster anymore, because then we're not breaking even on the Roadster. So these are still fine. One shift, which is also fine. Loan is gone, that's also helpful. And that helps us probably sustain this actually into the 80s. So here you can see the red line dropping. That's the loan that's been paid off. When the green line also dropped the sales, but that's fine. And what I have to watch is stock. Sales in months of sales in stock. But as long as this doesn't run away, then we can sustain this and yeah, finally cash in on everything that we've done. Also, the reduced marketing probably helps a bit. We should be paying a bit more taxes now. Yeah. But so far, Delua and Archana are enjoying the cars. Let's make another sales breakdown. So Archana, convertibles, or the Roadster goes into both sport budget, light sport, and convertibles. And Delua, yeah, they still cling on some convertible sport budget, and mostly then the Roadster. Let's check. So light sport, how this is broken down for Delua. Yeah, they don't care about the 1.6. And here coupe and Roadster is slightly in favor of the coupe, and for Archana then yeah, it's only the 1.6 again, fuel differences. So let's see how long we can still sell our model and not have stock pile up too much. Because of course the competition is also at work. But so far this looks healthy. And dropping the prices work quite well, and income increases, so that's cool. The 1.6 liter has picked up. If I'm, whoa, where does this sell now? That's an odd shift. Maybe that's more people in Archana being able to afford the thing, because that's a big jump in sales. And here, less sports. These figures look similar, I think. So maybe now the people's Roadster comes good when more Archanans can afford it, because now it's our best seller. And here we seem to be piling up stock a little bit. 9.9, 10.3. Yeah, so this can probably stop the coupe at some point when it says 12. The Roadster is actually still hanging on, and well, the coupe has picked up again. Well, that's interesting. So our single shift, larger shed Small factory, working just fine. So the Roadster is still going down, the 2-liter Roadster. And the 2-liter Coupe and the 1.6 Roadster neck and neck, always changing a bit from month to month. Okay, here 10 months, 12 months. So I think if the sales change by 1, then this of course changes this also. Another 2-liter coupe has picked up again. Okay, so this looks like we can stop the 2-liter Roadster. No, that's still fine. Hovering around a year. Only when this starts escalating, then I will stop. So still towards the end of 82, still doing fine. Everything's stable. Yeah, the 2-liter coupe has really picked up, and that's the lure. That's actually easy now to assess where stuff happens. So the 1.6 is both, and the 2-liter is just the lure. Okay, we see a bit of a dip in overall sales. 1.6 Roadster dips also. Oh, this has now a lot of stock. So 12 months. But this will probably adjust over time when they're simply making less. It'll 10, 11, so now I think we start overproducing. 12.7. So 2-liter Roadster is probably the first one we stop, but we don't have to. 13 months for the People's Roadster. And goes down again and picks up again. So that was... And the economy is booming. So that's of course another factor that helps us probably now. Everyone enters a boom phase in Archana and Allure. Let's ignore the others since we don't sell there. So end of 83. Still single shift. And stock is still hovering around a year each. So let's make another sales check. Where stuff sells and to which demographics. And this looks, yeah. I think with the next big dip, we'll stop production of stuff. So convertibles, yeah, still hanging on, but mostly light sport now, less light sport premium in the lure. And in Archana, this is actually three genuine convertibles. Sport, I think, has picked up a bit, and then light sport as the main demographics. I think for light sport budget, we're a bit too expensive still. So if we look into the sales breakdown, and I think this number was into the tens, and now it's at 27.7 affordability. We haven't changed the price, so that's simply Archanans being more able to afford our car actually. And yeah, the affordability has this dropped? No, can't because we lowered the price. But I think it's more in the middle. And where are we actually in the competition? So, yeah, all the Farinians sell stuff here as well, and have of course much more awareness than we have with our puny marketing. Okay, so stuff is still going on. Let's see how long this lasts. All loans paid off, not that much marketing. Big jump up in profitability. Suddenly people buying the 2-liter Roadster again. So stock again hovers around 12 months. So I'm waiting for the big dip. 12, 12, now down to 9 again. Economy goes down. 11, 12, So I think the time comes nearer when it makes sense to stop production and then simply have this 1 year of stock sell off. 13.4 here. 13.11. Does the 13 go down? 12, 12. So maybe end of 84. And then see how long the stocks last. So economy is cooling. 12, 11, 12. $13, $11, $13. Yeah, okay. So then let's say we end production here of everything. At least we stop production for a month and see what that does. What the estimations are going to be from 85 onwards. Archana has passed a... no, this will be in 5 years. And the Lua has implemented a leaded fuel ban now. So that's how things work. So this will affect then this 1.6 sales in the Lua. So do we need to restart production? No, this is actually increasing, and this is stable. The 2-liter coupe does reasonably well, but I think that's it. So what we can do so our biggest expenses now are taxes and marketing, so we can keep marketing as long as we are selling to the markets. But of course now we have all the stuff being paused. So what we do is we design a new factory configuration for no project. So nothing's being built. And we don't need a loan for that. Hang on. And we don't need to refresh the building, of course. So the wear and tear isn't actually that bad overall. So yeah, this doesn't cost anything, so we don't need a loan, and that means we're not making anything anymore. Which saves us the stuff. So that's the end of production, and let's see how long we're still selling cars. Now that we sell the 1.6 only in Archana because it has leaded fuel, and the Lua has passed the ban on leaded fuel, and the 2-liter only into the Lua. Or maybe even into Archana, but they couldn't probably afford it because they should have now the unleaded fuel available. And yeah, expenses, so we're basically just selling off stock, and that's why these huge profits. So overall a nice retirement nest egg for our founder, finally, at the end. And yeah, so this is still 8 months, although we stopped production 8 months and it was 12, so it's now fading out. We could have kept the coupe in production, but not in the factory that we had. So this seems to, yeah, this is now gone. This should update, but it doesn't. But this updates now. Okay, that's fine. And then we're still selling off the 2-liter Roadster. That's for 2 months more, and then we still have 4 months for the People's Roadster for Archana, which is now not allowed anymore to be sold in the Lua. So we can stop marketing everywhere. Which wasn't much to begin with. But now we don't need anything anymore since we're not selling anything anymore. So final sales snapshot maybe. Have we already sold the last? Delivered one. Yeah, so the lure shouldn't be anything. The last light sport Mayster Triumph, and then Archana still has some convertibles and light sport from the People's Roadster. And that's for the next 2 months, and then the only thing we're paying is of course taxes. And we're almost at 30 million of cash in the bank. So I think we sold off everything. No, there is one more. There is still Triumph revenue, not just interest. Okay, so that was it. So everything is sold, all stock is gone, so this is wrong. But this is right. And we can look at historic sales here for this model. So 11k for the People's Roadster, 20k for the 2-liter coupe, and 8,430 for the 2-liter Roadster. So yeah, the People's Roadster, the second most popular model. And what I'll do now is fast forward the whole thing to the year 2020 so that we can get the final score. And of course our money will keep increasing now that we still have only have interest that we are still getting for the next decades out of our 29 million in the bank, and then the taxes will have gone away after 86. So yeah, let's have a look at the final score at the end of the campaign in 2020. So we're now approaching the end. 12th 2019, and our nest egg has grown to 46.3 million. Okay, so final stats. So yeah, bestsellers were the Series 3 Coupe 2-liter and the People's Roadster, and then the third best was the Series 2 Coupe. So the Coupes were always better than the Roadster, but the People's Roadster came in second actually, so it wasn't that bad of a government intervention in Archana, having the second best selling car. Of course, affordability is a huge thing, and yeah, otherwise you can see the score. And yeah, this might be then a useful baseline if I were to run this again, because the updated factory options for the Aroma update look like they would fit this kind of playthrough perfectly, and also then the maybe other tweaks to the campaign. The new beam exporter with a bit more fine-tuning, not with the overboosted brakes and things. So yeah, just as a heads up for the not too close future, but not too distant either, that this Let's Play might get a remaster at some point, otherwise with these stats. So thanks all for watching, and yeah, for those who watched the videos when they came out, that you had to wait for half a year for the conclusion. And otherwise then see you next for the next campaign that will certainly happen once Aroma is being finalized. See you then.